Page 19, The Entertainer, is a very famous melody for ragtime piece. This is a nice little arrangement of it. It lets us use our tied eighth notes, the syncopation. So I'll go through the system for learning a piece of music. Let's see what we end up with. Now look it over. I see it's 4 lines long. The clef signs are treble and bass clef. There's no sharps or flats in the key signature, so we're either in the key of C major or A minor. If you look at the end here, it's a C chord. I'm guessing it's C major, but do both scales. C major and A minor, 1 octave up and down. Just learn the scale. Get comfortable with the scale. 4/4 time signature, and we're coming in on a pickup beat. We're coming in on beat 4, which means the first 3 counts should be someplace. If you look at the end, there's 3 counts in that last measure, so we're okay. Let's take it one hand at a time because we got accidentals and we're moving around and we got syncopation and all. The right hand, you're starting here, 2. You can do that, that's okay. 4 and 1, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. A lot of times, because I've been playing this piece forever, I have a habit of doing a 2-3-1. Generally, if I have a choice, I won't do a 1-2-1-2-1-2 anymore, and I have to, just because I don't like it. I'll do a 2-3-1. But a 1-2-1 is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. However, the rhythm in the first full measure, look out. 1 and 2 and 3. So you can see how the notes in the top staff line up with the quarter notes in the bottom staff, because the quarter notes are on the beat. And you can see where the notes in the top staff are in between the quarter notes. And that's a 1 and 2 and. So we're playing on the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and rest. Then come up. And the last measure, the first line, they have the natural sign in parentheses. You don't need it. It's a courtesy sign. It's a natural anyway. But you just had a D sharp, so they're telling you be sure and play a D natural here. And then you do it again, second line. And then the last 2 measures here, and then they want 2-1. If I'm here, I can do a 3-1. It's whichever. And that's okay, you can do that. You don't have to if you, I could use thumb there if I wanted to. And then I don't have to cross over the thing. Or I could do a 2, I could cross over. I could do 2, 3, 4, 5. There, and I'm not crossing over the thumb anymore either. There are different ways of fingering this. Pick one. If it's different from the book, pencil it in and stick with it. Otherwise, the book is fine. You can do it again. Last line. Starting with the second measure of the last line. Eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And if those tied notes are getting you, take out the tie and play all the eighth notes. 1 and 2. See, once you get the idea of all eighth notes, then you put the ties in, you just hang on to the note rather than playing it again. 1 and 2 and 3. And we're using the awkward fingers here. I like that. Left hand's kind of keeping the beat here. We got the last 2 measures of the second line. 1 and 2 and. See, this C plays at the same time the right hand plays the E. So we'll come back to that when we put the hands together. And then we go on. Just quarter notes. Okay, so let's put the hands together. And again, I'm going to hesitate all over. I don't care. I just want to know how we're working it here. See this together, no, 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 now together. You see how they work together? 1 and 2 and. So go through and put the hands together. And then go back over it slowly and carefully, work on the tricky spots or the whole thing, and work out the hesitations. So it's a steady quarter note count. And once we have that, then I think about the articulation. Here, the right-handed don't give you much, and you're lifting up for the rest. So connect the notes here. Lift up for the rest. Lift up. So you're pretty much connecting the right hand. The left hand, they give you staccato. Hinge at the wrist here. Boom, boom, short. Now on this end of the second line, those aren't staccatos. You hang on to those. You'll hang on to those and then back to the staccatos. So it's... See, I'm staccatoing one hand, I'm connecting the other. Remember, this is something you can practice with the scales. You practice playing one hand connected, and the other hand staccato. Same time. And then switch it. Do this with the scales. You're doing the scales anyway, so if you practice this stuff with the scales, when you get it in pieces like this, you'll just be able to do it. Last two measures of the second line, remember that's not staccato. There, they'll just go together. And when I play the C, the left hand comes up. And once I have the articulation under control, then I'll think about the dynamics. MP at the beginning is mezzo piano. Whatever you think that is, the left hand has to be really soft. I want you to crescendo. It's a little off. This piece, actually, you want the crescendo on the second full measure here. That should be a moderately loud. There's really no crescendo in this piece. You have a statement reply. Statement reply. The statement is the reply. Statement, reply. Statement. See, it's a statement reply. That's the feeling. Well, in this piece, the statement is softer and the reply is louder. Usually it's the other way around. The statement would be louder and the reply would be softer. But here it's switched it. So we want the statement to be moderately soft. Now loud. Softer. And that's the way the dynamics in this piece works. Now on the last line, that you're moderately loud here already, and they want you to go up to loud at the end. And that's fine. You just gradually go up to loud. Don't really get loud until the last measure. That note. The left hand never really gets loud. Keep the left hand in the background. Then the speed. Not fast. And this is what Joplin himself put in. Because people typically, when they play this rag, they play it way too fast. No. So he put in not fast. Some rags can go, but this one doesn't. It's slow. Well, it's not slow. It's just not fast. It makes no sense, but this is music. What do you expect? Please don't copy me. You get into it. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3, 4. Feeling. 1. He's throwing the natural accent just a little off because of the syncopation. That's kind of neat. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any louds and softs. Well, we'll just do it. I will do the staccatos and all that. I'll give us 3 counts because we come in on beat 4. 1 and ready and go and.